going to go on to the next is flexibility and strength of the knees, thighs, and a deep squat. So here you're going to just take a parallel position, ask the dancer to take a parallel position, and ask them to do a deep squat, keeping their chest up. See how far they can go. Now, if they can go, I don't have a lot of flexibility in my Achilles, never have. You'll notice that without having that flexibility, they won't have as deep a grand plie. But you're looking to see if they can then come back up and if they've got the strength in the thigh and the flexibility to go all the way down. In parallel, you also, when you're doing this, you want to listen as they're going down, just listen to their kneecaps and see if there's any grinding or crackling noises. So you can see if there's any chondromalacia patella behind there or anything going on. And just document that. And then we're looking at muscle mass. And on this muscle mass, you can look at their thighs, look at their calves, even look at their buttocks, and see if there's symmetry there. If there's one side that's larger than the other, document that. As you're looking at that, there might be a discrepancy somehow, okay? And so we just want to identify what's going on, and then we can look at it. If any of these things are more serious, and you would never talk to your student and cause them to have any concern about it. You know, but you might want to make an observation. Oh, I observed this. We'll just take a look at it a little bit further, and as you're working with them, if it continues to cause concern or difficulty in them moving forward in some movements and whatnot, you might just want to have them go to a professional and just have a closer look, okay? Okay, going to the next page, you're gonna start with your chin to chest flexibility. So you're looking at the flexibility here, looking up, side, side, and ear to shoulder, okay? So we're just looking at this flexibility in the neck, pardon me. It feels like almost a jazz class as we're doing this, right? But we're looking for flexibility. And what is the range? Can they get all the way there, or are they stopping only 45 degrees, or can they get all the way to that 90 degrees? So you want to document that and see what those impingements are. You know, and especially if it's only on one side, there might be an injury that we need to talk about that they don't, or maybe something that they're not even aware of. A neurological thing might be just, you know, a pinched nerve. There might be some different things going on. So just being aware of that and being able to then deal with it. Raise your hands. You're gonna take your hands and you want them to raise it all the way up. We'd like it to go straight. See if they can only do it with bent arms to get here, you need to identify that. Can only do it with bent arms, can do it straight. And then you might even want to see if they can go beyond vertical and see how their flexibility possibly in their pecs are, okay? So you're checking on that flexibility in there. All right, and that's your shoulder flexibility that we're looking at. Now, put your arms behind, your hands behind your head and your elbows out, and you wanna see how far their elbows can open to the side, and that's really important for external rotation in the shoulder, okay? Boom, boom. And if they can't get their elbows all the way to the side, that needs to be noted, okay? Then you're gonna go ahead and bring your arms across and give yourself a hug. See about how far that flexibility is across the body, okay? And then you're gonna take your thumbs, pull them up. You're gonna look to the back, and you wanna see how high you can scratch your scapula right there with your thumb. Now I can do it with my left arm, but I can't do it with my right arm anymore. I used to be able to, but there's an impingement there now. So I can get all the way up here, but here I'm just a little shy, and I can feel the impingement and the pain. So there's an injury that I am still having results, you know, of my flexibility because of. Then from there, you're going to go right on down. So you can see that this kind of moves along. It's not going to take you too long to do this. You're going to rise up onto half point, and you're looking at your foot flexibility, okay? I don't know if you can see on my carpet here, but you want to get all the way high, your arch over your toes, nice and all the way lifted. If you're only able to get halfway here, that document that if they can only get to there. It might be flexibility in the large toe. You might not have the flexibility in this joint here, or it might be, strength or strength in your calf muscle. So it could be two different issues, but you know, we first have to identify what's going on before we can then identify what the issue might be. And oftentimes you'll notice that male dancers, or male in general, have a harder time with this flexibility in this joint right there. So you'll notice that they struggle to get higher in their arch at first, and I think you can work. I've seen a lot of dancers make that jump and really work that joint and get there eventually, but it does take quite a bit of effort and focus on their part. All right, let's see. Where are we next? So we're going to go to rolling back on the heels and flexing the feet. So I'm going to turn slightly to the side so you can see. We're just looking for the flexibility and balance, your ability to get your feet up, flex, and fall back down. So rock back on your heels and flex the foot. We're looking for that good flexibility in your ankles, the dorsiflexion, and then drop back down, okay? And if they're unable to do that, or they fall off of that, that's a concern that you will have with their flexibility in their ankle, or there could be other issues that are underlying that might need to be taken a closer look at by a professional. Bend over next, have them bend over. And I'm gonna have, I hope this is the angle that you can see. Have them actually bend over straight on to you. So as they're going down, you're looking for level of their back. So if you notice that they're going down and one side goes down more before the other side, right there's a good indication that they've got scoliosis. But also when they get all the way down there, if you're looking at both sides of their spine, if one side has a higher lift than the other side, they've got a scoliosis, okay? Many people have scoliosis, and many wonderful dancers have scoliosis, so it's not something that's going to stop you from really achieving your goals, but you do need to learn how to strengthen different muscle groups to hold your alignment and level it out. So as a teacher, you're going to want to help teach them which muscle groups they need to utilize and be thinking of to level out their posture. Okay, we're almost done.